You kidding me? Playoffs?
Well, playoffs. It's that time. The time has come for TGTV Tank Mode's playoff prediction video. I don't know who's been waiting for this. Probably nobody, since really nobody's been waiting for me to do this type of stuff. Anyway, let's do this thing. Playoffs! Indianapolis Colts just made in. You know, Mariota wasn't playing, so I personally think if the Titans had Mariota, they probably would have had a better shot. But it is what it is. But we'll see what happens. Well, Steelers got eliminated too. Because the Tennessee didn't tie and the Ravens winning their division, the Steelers are out of the playoffs. I wonder how Stephen A. Smith is doing. So let's start with the AFC. Let's start with it. Let's start with Colts versus Texans. Now the Colts are 10-6. Sorry if it shows 9-6, but they're actually 10-6 right now. I think the first time these two teams have ever met in the playoffs, I believe. Playoffs? Okay. Colts at Texans. Andrew Luck and the Colts are back in the playoffs, and to me, people may say that's the scariest team right now, which is kind of true, really. The Colts can be lots of times scary to be in the playoffs, especially with Andrew Luck. And really, this will be Deshaun Watson's first year. And I'm going to be honest with you. The only way the Texans, to me, can beat the Colts is if J.J. Watt does not get hurt. If he does not get hurt, the Houston Texans will win. And Deshaun Watson will have to play outstanding. The last time these two teams did meet, though, the Colts did beat the Texans. So, but personally, I really want to say Colts because of the fact Andrew Luck has had a phenomenal year. But I'm going to go with the Texans to win this game. I'm going to say 27-20. Chargers at Ravens. Okay, these two teams did meet each other, and now they're back at it again. And really, the Ravens did destroy the Chargers, and it is at Baltimore, and they're the number one defense right now. I think they're the number one defense still right now. I could be wrong, but this is a tough one. You got to think about who's more experienced. I mean, Philip Rivers really has the more experience over Lamar Jackson. And you got to really think, do you put a faith in a rookie? Now, if it was a rookie versus a rookie, that would be a different situation, just like how RG3 and Russell Wilson played each other. It was rookie versus rookie. But that's not that situation. This is literally an all-pro quarterback versus a rookie. I'm actually going to go with even though I really, really want to see Rivers go to the Super Bowl and get a ring, an impossibility, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going with the Ravens to win this one. I'm actually going to say a butt whooping 27-10. All right, so Ravens would head on to Kansas City, and the Houston Texans will go to the New England Patriots for the third time in their franchise to play them in the playoff game. So let's start with Ravens versus Chiefs. Now, the Ravens did almost beat them in Kansas City, but however, this is the time of year where Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs find a way to be a disappointment. This is literally the year. The Ravens, it's good defense, good head coach, but you know what? I'm picking the Ravens. I will pick the Baltimore Ravens to go into Kansas City and beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to say a 34-31. Baltimore Ravens move on to the AFC Championship game. Texans at Patriots. The Texans may be more the completed team, but one team has the more experience, and that's going to be the Patriots. I am going to pick the New England Patriots to win this game. I'm going to say, I think it'll be a close game. I'm going to say a 23-17 win. And the AFC Championship game will be Ravens versus Patriots. And this is the team where people have been saying all year, the scariest team. And Baltimore has had a history of doing that, actually, getting to the AFC Championship game like this. They have. But you guys have to remember, though, those years, they had Ray Lewis. They did have Ray Lewis. Reason why I'm not trusting the Chiefs, because it's Andy Reid, and this is Patrick Mahomes in the pressure, and Baltimore has more experience in players. And I personally think Baltimore could actually really beat Kansas City. So I think the AFC Championship game will be Ravens and Patriots. It is always gutsy to go against the Patriots in an AFC Championship game, especially at Foxborough. Yes, this is the team that knows how to beat Tom Brady. Yes, this is the team that is 2-2 against Brady in the playoffs. And always has had a dominant defense against the Patriots. But sadly, the Patriots win this one. I'm going to say actually a 23-20 win. New England heads on to the Super Bowl. Now for the NFC side, we'll start with Eagles at Bears. This one I question. Here's why. And first of all, look at the NFC side. Let's be for real. I see 3 rings in the NFC side. Get it? It's a Breeze, Foles, and Wilson. Okay, never mind. Eagles at the Bears. Okay. This is where I question some parts of the Bears. Is their quarterback not Andy Dalton? And what do I mean by that? Andy Dalton most of the time would have a good season, but when he comes to the playoffs, he would disappear back in those days. And we don't know if Trubisky is that type of quarterback. He could be that type of quarterback. Now, Nick Foles, I don't know his stats, but personally, if he doesn't play, the Chicago Bears would win this one 32-15. But however, and I personally do believe this, if Nick Foles plays, Philadelphia pulls an upset win, and I would pick Philadelphia to win 30-27. Seattle Seahawks at Dallas Cowboys. Okay. Over the last 2 matches between these two teams, with Dak Prescott looking terrible most of the time, and Seattle knows how to shut down Elliott. They have shut him down for the last 2 seasons. This is at Dallas, but can we trust Dallas? I can only think of one guy, literally, on that team that knows how to get past the wild card round, and that's Sean Lee. That's the only guy I could think of. Unless you guys know someone. Do we trust Dallas, though? Here's the thing. After your last Super Bowl appearance, you've only won 2 playoff games. You've had 2 13-3 seasons. And you lost at your own home field as the number 1 seed. And really, this is where we can't trust Dallas. We just can't. I mean, Russell Wilson has more playoff wins than Dallas has more playoff wins than Dallas has had in the last, what has it been now, 25 years? Personally, to me, I'm going with the team with the most experience. I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks to win this game. I'm going to say a 24-14 win over the Dallas Cowboys. And I said also, remember, when I say if Nick Foles plays, I'll pick the Eagles to win the game. But yeah, Seattle, I think, will win this one 24-14. Now, with Nick Foles, the Eagles will go to the Saints, and I think the Saints will crush them. If the Bears, then, Seattle will have to go to New Orleans. And personally, would I give Seattle a shot to beat New Orleans at New Orleans? Personally, no, because I just don't think that Seattle is not strong enough to beat New Orleans. But with Nick Foles as well, I think the Saints will crush the Eagles. And Seattle at Rams. Remember, this if Nick Foles plays. Seattle has been close 2 times And I'm sad to say that it's going to be a third time if that happens, if Nick Foles does play. Because I'll be personally honest with you, I think the Rams could also beat the Bears. I think if they play Chicago, Rams win this one. I'm going to say a 28-20. But if Seattle goes to the Rams, I think the Rams will win this one. I'm going to say a 31-28. And now we have the NFC Championship game at Rams and Saints, and I will pick the New Orleans Saints to win this NFC Championship game, and they will go to the Super Bowl and they'll win the NFC Championship game. I'm going to say a 48-38 win. So Patriots versus Saints. Now this is where I'd like a dream matchup people have been wanting for some time, and I think that the New England Patriots, even though their defense is god awful, but the Saints may have a better defense. Personally, I just can't see New Orleans or Drew Brees beat New England. I'm sad to say, but I'll pick the New England Patriots to win the Super Bowl. They win it. I actually think it's gonna be a blowout. Be quite honest with you. No, I was joking. I'm going to say they win this Super Bowl. I'm going to say a 35-34 win over the New Orleans Saints, and New England Patriots win the Super Bowl. Now, wild card, I will change predictions later on. Depends how well the wild card goes. So, because if I get some predictions wrong in the wild card round, I'll have to make new predictions. So, but I don't think my Super Bowl champion's going to change, because I do think New England does go to the Super Bowl and does win it. Because even if they do go to Kansas City, I don't have faith in Kansas City because of their defense. So, all right, who are your guys' picks? Leave a comment down below. Hit the like button, share with your friends. Subscribe me for more videos like this one. This is TGTV Tank Mode. Signing off.